And I'm live. What's up, guys? Just I'm gonna do another haul video for you all. Something to do on a Saturday morning. Kind of lazy. I went to work at 6 a.m. and everything was super smooth. That was a rookie mistake right there. Left my sound on the YouTube video. So yeah, went in early this morning. Did a couple things, nothing serious. Got the heck out of there. But been picking up some things through the week. I got some stuff listed already, but I didn't really have time to do any listings. I was doing maybe like 1 or 2 a day. But yeah, so let's get on with it. It's the first thing I found at the weigh and pay yesterday. It was 50 cents. Brand new, sealed. It's just a Spanish course. These are hit or miss, you know. I mean, this one had a pretty decent rank at $12.95, so I'll go ahead and send that in. See how it does. Got this True Blood box set. DVD box sets can do pretty good, especially if you can find like a lot of the same one. You know, this is the only one that I found, but you know, if you can get like season 1 through 6 and put them all up in one big lot, even if it's something that usually doesn't sell that great, the sets tend to sell much better. And so I kind of hoard these a little bit, you know, and then if the box gets too big and I end up with like 20 box sets that don't, no rhyme or reason to them, you know, like not a whole lot of the same ones, then I'll just make that a lot and sell it like that, because, you know, different people, or some people like lots of different shows. So, you know, if you're paying 50 cents or whatever, or $1 for those things, you can get 10 or 20 of them together and sell them for 50 bucks. Make good money. Found a Quran. This is got like the English translations and everything in it. It's really big, bulky. It's 50 cents once again. Looked it up on Amazon. It's got a really high rank, but the price was like $60, merchant fulfilled. And there were a couple people on that listing. So I'm going to do a little bit more research and see if there's one with a higher ranking on it or a better ranking. And I didn't really check eBay. Might still do that. But I figure minimum 40 or 50 bucks for this thing. So that would be a pretty good flip. Video games. We all know these sell. Found a couple PC games. This is a flight simulator. Flight simulators tend to sell for a lot if they're good flight simulators, and this one was made by Microsoft. So I think I looked this up and it was like 35 bucks, something like that. But you know, when you're at the bins, you definitely want to open every case and check everything, and you know, double check the discs, make sure they're all there, because a lot of times they're just gone. But this is made in 2006, so it's an old enough PC game that you don't have to worry about the code. It'll work. They didn't start doing the one-time use codes until like 2010 probably. I like Harry Potter books. This is another one where I lot them up. I wait until I get a set, and you know, I find them kind of all over the place. Like I find the first 2 about twice as much as I find the rest of them. But yeah, once you get one of each, then you can list the whole set for 35 bucks, depending paperback or hardback. If they're all in good shape, you can get a little more than that. If they're all paperback, you might get a little less. But I mean, even if some of them are hardcover and some of them are paperback, $25 or $30 for a lot of books that you can send media mail that you paid 50 cents each for, then good flip. More Harry Potter. I actually got this for my girlfriend because she's a Harry Potter nut. But ooh, I forgot I found that. Yeah, I always grab the slips from the Disney movie rewards out of the like if I find a case or something that has a movie in it that it's got the code, I'll take the code home and put it in later. And since I'm technically paying for the code, I'm paying for the slip, right? It's in my cart. You don't have to buy anything complete when you're buying stuff at the bin. Just take what you want, throw the rest back. So I don't feel bad about it. Another little hardback book. This one was like $8 on Amazon, merchant fulfilled. So you get the shipping credit too. 50 cents, not bad. It's in really good condition. And it was like a 25,000 ranking in books. So very high ranking book for 50 cents. Probably just put this up merchant fulfilled just because it doesn't look like I'm going to be doing an Amazon shipment anytime soon. VHS, you'll find bins of these. I look for stuff like this, you know, like obscure fantasy and sci-fi and just weird stuff that looks like it probably wasn't like it never came to DVD, or maybe if it did, it was in really limited runs. Then the VHS still sell pretty good. But this thing was like $10 on Amazon, I think. More computer games. Neverwinter Nights, popular one. This is the gold edition, so it's got the expansions and stuff. You know, the codes, I don't even know. This might be old enough that it didn't need a code. This is a pretty old game. I think it was like 2000, but it's also old enough that it did. If it did need a code, then the person can just Google serial numbers and they'll find what they need to get it installed. Let's see what's going on in the chat, if there's anything. I know there's only a couple people in here today. What's up, Comfortable Life? Yeah, more VHS, anime. Look at anime. Once again, you know, more than one of the same series. A lot of times you can put that stuff on eBay and sells for a little less, but it'll sell faster and you'll get more total. You don't have to worry about paying for shipping on each individual thing, so you end up making more money. And these were like $7 or $8 a piece on Amazon, so I might still sell them there, but they have really horrible rankings. And anime is another thing where if you get like 10 anime tapes and they're all different, just put them in one lot. Somebody will give you 20 or $30 for them sometimes, depending on what's in there. Thought this was cool. I kept finding these Nancy Drew Mysteries books. Now these are from like the 30s through the 60s, and a lot of these vintage kids mystery novels, they can sell for pretty good money. I mean, I found like old Hardy's Boys books and stuff like that. You know, some of them go back to like the 20s. But, you know, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 of them. Let's just look. Why not? See, do a quick little research here. I'll just put you in screen share mode. And I was looking up some other stuff earlier. Nancy Drew. Let's just mystery stories lot. Very well. Yeah, see what I mean? So these are all, this one sold. There's 6 of them from 68 to 81. Like I said, some of the ones in here were from the 1930s. 8 book lot. Somebody took a best offer. See, these are all the newer ones. You can tell I don't really mess with those. I only pick them up when they're the older versions, like that there. You know, there's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them in that lot. Didn't sell, no bids, but like here, you know, there's 8 of them there. $39.95. So $37.99 for 18 of them. $8.99 for 5 of them. Those are the older versions too. And, you know, they don't sell super fast all the time, but if you have one good one in there that's kind of rare, then some collector out there will probably buy the whole lot just because they know who to call to be like, hey, I've got this one, this one, this one. You said you needed, you know, people hang out on message boards and stuff and try and collect these. $39.95 for 25 of them. They took a best offer. 8 of them for $18.88. So yeah, I figured I'd get about 20 or $30 for the whole lot when I picked them up. Sent media mail. It's gonna be a pretty good pickup. Now this was kind of cool. I had this. It's a Samsung DVR recorder. So see, it's got the recording button underneath the DVD player, so that means it records DVDs and VHS. And most of the time these sell for around $100. This one actually seemed to be going for less, but you know, at the bins, they're going to give you stuff like this for like $5 or $6 usually. Well, I was waiting so long for the manager to come up and reprice it. The girl just gave it to me. She's like, you know what, take it, I'm out. And so got it for free. It's pretty cool. Got to test that out, see how it works. Mechanical scales. Here's another one that it's got the little adjustment knob on it so you can tear it out. And then I weighed a couple things on it. It seemed to be on, but Palooza is a good brand. I've seen these come up quite a bit. This is actually a postal scale, but this was going, looked like it was going for about 25 or $30. Paid like $3 for it. You know, it'll be $10 to ship, but no biggie. These usually sell a lot faster than I thought they would when I first started picking them up. I found one really old one once, and I listed it for, I looked up the comps, and they were like $90. And I was like, no way. You know, I had a little rust on it. It's from like 1910. But still, you know, it was beat up enough that I didn't think that I'd get that much for it. Sure enough, I listed it. It sold in like 2 or 3 days. And ever since then, I've just grabbed them when I find them for cheap, and they always sell. I don't have any sitting around right now. Here's one that I wanted to look up with you guys. It's a pair of black and white dress shoes. The brand is Naot, N-A-O-T. Any of you guys ever heard of this brand? It looked like a pair of hipster shoes. So I was like, that stuff sells. There's a couple of local consignment shops that I actually frequent that buy this kind of stuff from me whenever I bring it in. And, you know, my shampoo is turning my hair gray. My hair's been gray since I was in high school. So let's look it up. Naot shoes. Just do screen share. I haven't looked these up at all yet, so I have no idea how much they're worth. Did it go? Nope. I'm not even sure what to call these. They've got like a little strap over the front. They look like women's shoes. They're almost like pilgrim shoes or something, you know, Quaker shoes or like Amish shoes. I don't know. But let's see. Maybe Naot just makes that kind of brand or that kind of style. Yeah, see. $30, $19, $75. Let's see what the sell-through's like. So 10,000 listings for Naot that completed. If you go back, go to sold, 6,000. So it's got like a 60% sell-through, which is pretty good for what I'm looking for. I mean, these things cost me $1 or $2. Maybe $3. They're kind of heavy, but yeah, it looks like I'll be able to sell these for around at least $25 shipped on the low end. And if that's the case, you know, make quick $10, $15, whatever. So that doesn't seem too bad. And then here's another one. I couldn't read the label. These are like pull-on, all leather women's boots. It's another one that I can take to a couple of the consignment shops if I decide I don't want to put them on eBay and get, you know, $10 for them. Paid $3, maybe. That's about, yeah, they're about 3 pounds. Kind of lightweight, but got pretty good lighting here, so I should be able to see down there. I think yeah. Can't. It's just really hard to get to it. Made in Brazil. It's something of London. EFICE. I don't know. But these kind of boots, the style usually sells pretty good. They're in good shape. I might have to go over them with a little bit of leather dye. You can see the toes kind of screwed up, but it's not like damage. It's just faded. But little leather dye make these things look brand new. And then if I can't figure out what the name of that brand is, let me grab a flashlight. Maybe I can see it better with that. There we go. Yeah, it's got some kind of sticker or something inside the sole. That's what I hate about messing with women's boots a lot of times. It's so hard to see the brand because it'll be a little worn out, and if they don't have like a zipper on the side or something, then it's like just a pain. That's why I think they used to make all the cowboy boots. I like those because the brand is on the side. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. It's like a little piece of felt. Something. Yeah, that just took it with it. Wish I could show you guys because just the style of the lettering, you got somebody would watch this video later and know exactly what it was right away. Suffice. I think that's it. Suffice London leather boots. Let's look it up and see. See where my guess takes me. Nope, maybe not. Well, I definitely made out the FFIC at the end, so I was just guessing on the SU. Nope, that ain't it. That's okay. I'll figure it out later, or I'll just take them into the consignment and let them handle it. A lot easier to let them deal with that. Oh my God, the golden finger picker is in the house. What's going on, man? How you been, Chad? I'm coming to Florida in a couple 2 months, 2.5 weeks, month and a half, something like that. Gonna be in the Florida in the middle of July. Should be fun. Also found these solid leather sandals. Kind of cool. They look brand new. I mean, you can see like very little wear on the bottoms, and straps are still in good shape. They got like a little spot of fur on them. Zorbus Mykonos. So yeah, when I was at the Benz yesterday, or most of the time when I go to the Benz, I don't really spend that much time looking anything up. I kind of have a pretty good idea of what is worth something, and sometimes I'll look stuff up, and sometimes I'll get like a stack of books and scan them if I have time. But I mean, I usually go in there and I'm in and out in like 30 minutes. I just try to do a quick scan of everything, go through one end to the other, and just pick out whatever I think looks like, flip it. And if I actually do have a lot of time to spend there, then I spend most of the time in the clothing section anyway. And so like the way that our bins are set up, like maybe, I'm trying to think, there's about 12 of these giant rows of bins. And they're like these huge blue bins on wheels, and then there's 4 of them per row. So you got 12 rows, 4 bins per row. They're close to the size of a dumpster. And you just dig around in there until you find what you want, or whatever you're looking for. But I usually go through like about half of them will be junk, vacuum cleaners, computers, books, video games, just random crap. The stuff that you never know what you're going to find. I mean, I found anything from knife blocks to, webcams, anything that looks like it could be of value will be in those, that half. Then the other half is all like clothing. and shoes. So usually the shoes are in a couple of rows by themselves, and then you've got a bunch of rows of clothes. So on the junk bins, I can go through those really fast. Usually, I mean, you don't really have to dig a whole lot, and everything's just kind of thrown in there. And so I'll knock those out, and if I have to go, I just go. And if I have time, then I'll go over to the clothing side and work on that. But I went to the clothing a little bit yesterday, but I'll get to that in a sec. Anyway, the shoes are always right next to the register, so I can kind of glance in there when I'm waiting to check out. Torbos Mykonos. Really? That didn't come up? Did I spell it wrong? Nope. Well, hell. Let's Google it. Sometimes you find a new brand that you don't even see them on eBay, and a lot of times those end up being ridiculously expensive. Okay, so it looks like it's a town in Greece or something. That doesn't help me much. Well, hell, these might have been a bomb. If anybody knows anything about these, there's the brand right there. You can message me later or whatever. Let me know what I'm looking at. And, I mean, they're nice. I figured, pretty good quality, nice little details. Figured they had to be worth something, and I'm sure they still are, even if I can't find it. That's another thing that I can take to the consignment stores, and they'll buy that kind of stuff, even if they don't know what the brand is. If it's, because, I mean, they think the same way I do. If you can't find the brand and it's just a really rare brand, and you can sometimes just look at something and tell that it's really good quality, and that's enough for some people. Here's a bolo. Find these a lot. It's a Guitar Hero drum set pedal. I don't like dealing with the whole drum sets. Too much of a pain. Oh man, this one has a crack in it, which I did not see, but that's still, I mean, I'll just disclose that. I'll probably sell this one on eBay instead of sending it into Amazon, but it still works. And, but yeah, these things, you don't really have to test them because they're really simple. As long as the cables are nice and tight and there's no cuts or anything in them, they're going to work fine. And, I mean, I've never had a problem with them. On Amazon, you get about 25 bucks for them, FBA, and eBay, I don't know. I've never sold one of these on eBay, but I'm guessing probably still get $15 or $20. Grab this digital timer. It's a GE. This is something, weighs nothing. Probably cost me $0.25. And basically what you do is you plug it into an outlet. Yeah, less than $0.25. Plug it into an outlet. You plug whatever item you want into that, and then set the timer. And yeah, you guys know how these work. But these usually sell for like 10 bucks or something like that. 10, 15, depending. Let's look it up. Why not? GE digital timer. I'm sure that a bunch of stuff is going to come up that has nothing to do. Yeah, see that? $14.84. That's pretty similar. $12.99. So yeah, 10 or 15 bucks. What I expected to get out of it for $0.25. Ships first class. Takes me 2 seconds to list this thing. Totally worth it to me. Oh, Robin's in here. What is going on, Robin? I hope you've been doing well. I grabbed these for myself. I kind of wish I could have found all four, but I needed some new oven or stovetop inserts. Mine are getting kind of crusty. Got to replace those every once in a while. I found a PetSmart gift card in there. Now, I always grab gift cards whenever I find them, especially at the bins and stuff, because you never know. It could have fallen out of somebody's pocket or like the pocket of whatever the person donated. I mean, if you see somebody drop something in the bins, give it to them. Be like, hey, dude, I saw you drop this. I lost my phone at the bins one time. woo, get to know people, because man, you'll start to see the same faces. And as soon as a couple of the guys that I know saw that I was like, hey, did you guys see my phone? I'm not sure where I lost it. They all started calling it. And we just walked around the bins until we heard it ringing. And some dude had my phone in his pocket. And I just ran over there. I was like, oh, man, that's my ringtone. It's in a gray OtterBox, right? Telling him exactly what it was. And he was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, thank you for finding my phone. I just grabbed it from him. I didn't even give him a chance. I was like, yes, it's my phone. But I was freaking out a little bit there. I guess it fell out. I was wearing a jacket, and it fell out of my jacket pocket. And it's real easy to lose your stuff there. So, but stuff like this, PetSmart gift card, probably empty, but you never know. Take it to PetSmart and might have $100 on it. Might have $2 on it. Might not have anything on it, but didn't cost me anything. You know, I mean, I don't even think this registers on a scale. So stuff like this, it doesn't hurt to pick that up. Yeah, it doesn't even register on my scale. So it won't hurt to check that out. These receivers, Logitech and Microsoft are the only ones that I mess with. And some video game receivers sell pretty good too. If you can find like the exact model and the controller that it goes with. But you can sell these receivers by themselves. And it's got the model number on the back. You know, it'll tell you exactly what it goes to. And a lot of times the Microsoft ones, they even have the pictures. So you see what the keyboards look like. And receiver by itself, this will probably sell for $10, $15. But once again, it takes me 2 minutes to list this. I don't even have to get up from my desk to take pictures. And then, you know, throw it in a box with a bunch of other electronics. It'll sell eventually. Or I can find the keyboard and mouse that it goes with and probably sell that for $40 or $50. Found this Palm Tungsten, older vintage. Well, this isn't really vintage, but some of these older Palm Pilots and stuff, they can sell pretty good. Get some decent money for them. And it had, you know, had the stylus in it, and I just need to plug it in. It uses a regular USB cable to hook it up. So it'll be real easy to charge and test. If it doesn't work, let's see what I'm out. This one is kind of heavy, actually. Oh, I'm at about 30 cents if it didn't work. I'm weighing the stuff on my scale, by the way, just in case you guys hadn't figured that out. But the buttons work pretty good. There's no cracks in the screen. I could even sell this as used, or like as is for parts, and probably get 10 or 15 bucks for it. Once again, easy to list. Don't have to get up from my desk. That's the kind of stuff that I don't mind selling for $10 or $15. If I have to actually get up and set up my photo section and measure stuff and do all that, then I want to get 30, 40 plus for it. But, you know, if it's little tiny electronics that I can just, you know, I've got a little white piece of paper on my desk, just stick it on there, fits on the paper, take a couple pictures with my phone, you know, change the brightness and contrast a little bit to give it a white background, and boom, you're done. Easy. I found these two Ralph Lauren shirts. Ralph Lauren polo. One of them has no pony. The other one has the pony. They're women's shirts. I don't really sell a lot of women's clothes, but these were in such good shape, and they're so light. Probably paid 50 cents for both of them. I mean, even if I only get, they're both the same size, so I can lot them up. Now I got two shirts in my lot, and I'll probably get 25 bucks for both, maybe. Even if I have to put them on sale and get 15 or 20, it's all good. I mean, it won't take too long to list those. Minifigs. If you can get to the bottom of the bins, you find a lot of these. I save them up, and once you get 10, 15 of them, it doesn't matter what they are. You'll get $1 a piece for them on eBay. They weigh nothing. They cost nothing. They cost nothing to ship. You know, you send them first class. You can have 30 of them, and they'll go for 3 ounces. A couple little things for my daughter. You know, I find little stuff like this. Surprise her, stick it in her room when she comes home to see me. Then she always notices. It's pretty cute. Found this Calvin Klein fedora. I mean, this thing, I think, nope, extra large, still doesn't fit me. My head is way too big. Everybody that watches my videos knows that, though. Yeah, Chad, if you need those sandals, let me know. They're a size Euro 44. So I think that's about the equivalent of like a 10 or a 10 or 12. I can't remember. I always have to use the chart because I don't try to keep numbers in my head. Too much bookkeeping. Found this thing. It's pretty cool. It's like a stuffed mustache. It's got the little strap on it. The photo booths. I don't know if you guys have been to like a wedding lately or like a kid's party or something. This kind of stuff is so popular with them, and it's not like it's super common. You can't find it everywhere, but you know, they get these ridiculous costumes and ridiculous hats and just crazy masks and all that stuff. And this kind of stuff, I'm imagining that those are the people that are buying this stuff, but just kind of goofy, didn't weigh anything, won't cost a lot to ship, and it'll probably get me 10 or 15 bucks. This is the kind of stuff that I really like to find because there isn't a whole lot of this used on eBay, and they typically sell for about retail. It's a camping pump or a camping filter, and as long as you have the actual unit, you're good because the tubes are really easy to find, and you can just go to like Ace or something like that, like a hardware store that sells vinyl tubing, and get the tubing that fits, and it works. The only thing that you really have to worry about is, and you don't even have to worry about it because they sell replacements for these, but the filters. And this has a ceramic filter, and it's probably got activated charcoal inside, which says that this is a really good one. I looked them up on Amazon, and I couldn't find it on eBay because it says air spring accumulator on the side, which it's like I got a bunch of Mercedes-Benz parts and German car parts and stuff when I looked that up. And but when I looked it up on Google, it came up, and this one was selling for about $40 or $50 retail. So I'm guessing I'll get 15 or 20 on eBay, just as it is. Found a pair of Chuck Taylor high tops. These are in really good shape. You can see the bottom soles. These are so easy to clean up. You just need a magic eraser, and these will be white again. I mean, I love these. They weigh about 2 pounds. They cost a couple bucks, and used. You don't really have to measure out Chucks because everybody knows what their size is if they're looking for Chucks, and they're very consistent. And I mean, they've been the same forever. You know, same style shoe, same size shoe. You can get a pair of Chucks from the 90s, and they'll probably fit the same as a pair of Chucks off the shelf today. So I love these because they're really easy, and people know what they're getting. And you know, used in this shape. If I can really get the white part white, I'll get 20 bucks shipped for them. And they're just easy to deal with, easy to list, and they sell pretty good. Even when they're beat up, if they've got a good pattern on them, they'll still sell. Found a couple Logitech mice. I've been liking these more and more. It's one of the things I want to talk to you guys about. This is another thing that I found. If you ever find these little USB dongles in the bottoms of the bins, these weigh nothing. They cost nothing. I'll bet if this turns out to be a unifying receiver, it'll be worth around 15 to 20 bucks. And if you don't know what a unifying receiver is, kind of want to talk about that because I just discovered this like maybe 2 months ago. Logitech makes a receiver, USB receiver called a unifying receiver that you can connect up to 6 devices to. And there are probably, I mean, if you Google it, you'll be able to find the list of keyboards, mice, and other accessories that you can hook up to these unifying receivers. Now, if you know what model or what models work with these unifying receivers, then you can just buy the keyboards and you don't need to worry about having the receiver as long as you put unifying in the keywords in the title, because people will be looking for that specific mouse. They already have the receiver. They know their receiver is going to work with that mouse or that keyboard or whatever, and it'll sync right up. So they'll still sell pretty good. And I find keyboards, they're usually $2 at all the Goodwills around here. And like I found this one the other day. It's a unifying keyboard. It replaced my other unifying keyboard that I didn't like as much. So I just took that and listed it and started using this one. It's got the little cushy pad and stuff, so it's a little nicer. But yeah, fires right up. They're really useful. Now on these mice, I don't know. I've got to do some research, but one of them looked. Anytime it's got like the DPI button and the forward and back button, and it's wireless, and it's either Logitech or Microsoft, I'll usually buy them at the bins, because then, you know, they're 50 cents or less. Let's see how much this one cost me. 3.2 ounces for that one. The other one was 2.9. So, I mean, you're talking, you know, a quarter a piece. So it's worth it to grab those, take them home. And some of them just sell for a lot of money. And I've brought some of these home before, looked them up, saw that they were selling for like $60 with the receiver. I'll pay $15 for the receiver to go with it, and then list it that way so that it'll sell faster. It's totally worth it. I don't know what the heck this is, but it's some kind of USB antenna or something. I don't know. But you got USB on one end, and then I've got these two little things that look like at first I thought they were like some kind of speakers or like micro speakers or maybe microphones. But when I look, there's no like holes in the top. So I have no idea what this is. If any of you guys can help me out with that, that'd be fantastic. But once again, picked up at the bins, cost me nothing. So it'll probably sit here on my desk for the next 6 months, forgotten, till one day somebody finds this video, makes a post about it, tells me exactly what it is, and then I realize that it's like some ridiculously rare $200 electronics that just became obsolete and now sells for nothing. I love glasses. I found these things. They looked military. Very cool. They don't really have any writing on the side. Airco is written on one side, and then Aiden on the other side. But, you know, they've got the old school style earpieces, and the lenses are pretty they've got some minor scratches, but I don't know if they have AS written on the lenses. You can see that. So I don't know. They're cheap. I almost always buy or grab sunglasses when I see them at the bins. Just start snagging them, and then I'll go through and just look for name brand. You know, I mean, anything that's basically any name brand glasses will sell for more than $10. And if you're paying 30 cents for them, then they're just really quick and easy to list. And I've never had a problem. I mean, I barely even measure them. I might take a picture with the measuring tape across the front and another picture with the measuring tape across the earpiece so that they can just see. But I mean, I don't like put it in the listing, and just because I don't pay much for them. And I mean, if it's like $100 pair of sunglasses or something, then yeah, I'll do my due diligence. But if it's a $10 pair of shades, the people are going to get them as long as they kind of fit. They'll be fine. More minifigs. Found this little guy going in the box with all the other ones. It's a Brooks Brothers glasses case. Now, this one didn't have any glasses in it, but name brand glasses cases, you can get 10 or 15 bucks for them. People will buy them. Maybe it's other eBayers trying to get an extra $30 for their glasses, or trying to, you know, maybe somebody wants a Brooks Brothers. But I mean, I've found like Gucci, Armani, Burberry, and all those higher end brands. If you find them for $1 or $2, they're really easy to list. They're really quick. They ship first class. You know, I mean, if I had a box of these, I could probably put up 30 or 40 listings an hour with just a quick template. And, you know, if you don't pay anything for them, then it's worth it to sell them for 10 or 15 bucks. Bunch of little puppies. This is more of the stuff for my daughter. Let her give her a little surprise. She loves these little tiny toys, like the little stuff that she can make like a gigantic play set. Like she's playing in one little corner of her room, but she's got like 50 things in this little corner. And I don't know, she kind of veers away from the big dolls and stuff like the typical. So all these little toys I like to get for her because she loves them. The rest of the stuff I got was a bunch of clothes. It's an embroidered piece hat. It's just a beanie. Probably get 10 or 15 for that the most, but most likely this is going to the consignment stores. You know, they'll give me $3 or $4 for it, and it costs me basically nothing. Banana Republic cashmere wool blend sweater. No rips, stains, or tears. At least 15 or 20 bucks for that, but most likely I'll probably get closer to 25. This time of year might sell a little slower, but I mean, people still buy this stuff. You know, they go camping and they need warm sweaters kind of lighter sweaters for the nighttime, stuff like that. I thought this was kind of neat. Stood up to me as soon as I grabbed it, but it's American Summer, American flag polo, and with the 4th of July coming up in a month, I'm gonna need to get this listed today, and hopefully it will sell really fast. But these look like they were going for about $20 or $25. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. Did I miss something? Julie spit out her coffee. What did I say? What did I do? I don't know. Boom. See this brand? You can usually just grab it, especially if the item's in really good shape. I love gym clothes, as long as they're not all worn out and beat up and look like they've been worn a lot, just because they're really easy to ship. People are a lot less, like they know their sizes if you're going by brand, and they're a lot less likely to be like, oh, it didn't fit. Because, you know, they're wearing it. They don't care if they look good in it. They're wearing it to the gym. They're wearing it out. They're wearing it for a walk. You know, they're wearing it around the house. They're wearing it to bed. You know, these sweatpants, great little thing to just list really quickly, and you can still get $15 or $20 for the right brands. Nike, Under Armour, Adidas sometimes, Reebok sometimes. Found this guy. This was really cool. It's just a fleece blanket. It's covered in hair. So I'm probably gonna have to run it through the dryer a couple times just on the low setting to see if I can get some of that out of there. But it's a Pink Floyd fleece blanket, Dark Side of the Moon. You know, it's a timeless band. Lots of fans out there. I have no idea what I'm gonna try to get for that, but we can look it up real quick. Let's see what it's worth. The brand is Pink Floyd brand. Came out in 2009, so it's even dated. That's good. Who wants to look this up with me? You all do? Good, good, good. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, fleece blanket. Who wants to take bets on whether or not there's even any listed? I'm going to say there are. Let's look. We should do a pool. Before I do this, tell me in the chat how many listings for this blanket do you think there are? and I'll wait just a couple minutes. If no, we've only got 10 people watching right now, so if anybody wants to, nobody wants to respond, that's cool. But how many of these do you think will show up as sold when I do this? I do kind of want to get your guys' feedback too. If you how you like the format, if you like kind of what I'm doing with this. I mean, I really just want to do something with YouTube because it's fun. I really like doing this, and you know, most of the time I spend my week just picking stuff up. You know, I'll do a couple of runs to the outlet, and maybe I'll hit up 1 or 2 Goodwills, and whatever I have from the week, Saturday morning is the perfect time to talk about it because, you know, I run to work, usually home pretty early. Got a couple hours before I have to go to the gym, and then Sunday I spend catching up on all my listings. So the stuff, most of it's going to get listed Sunday. I don't know if I'll get to all of it. Depends on what we end up doing tomorrow. I mean, I do also have my daughter on Sunday, which is the only day that I can really go out and just do whatever I want with her. So we usually go to the park or something for a few hours. But all right, nobody wants to respond. That's fine. Let's see what this thing's worth. Hey, 4 sold listings, 35 to 42.70 each. And those are all probably brand new. Looks like they're yeah, 44.95. Somebody took the best offer, or no, somebody put it on sale. Okay. And let's look at the sell-through. So there's 10 that didn't, or 10 completeds. At least I found the good one, because if I would have found that other one, it probably wouldn't have sold. Yeah, actually mine's a little different. Mine is a little different than all those, I think. So I don't know. I'll bet I still get 25 or 30 bucks for it. It's pretty close to that, but or pretty close to this, but I don't know. We'll see. Either way, Pink Floyd is cool. Danica, what's up? And if you guys didn't know, we're gonna be doing the reseller wake up on Sunday mornings now. And even if I have to do it by myself, then you guys will just have to sit through 2 videos of me. And it's YouTube, so if you don't like it, you don't have to. But got a couple more little things for you to look at and for me to probably look up. Guess. I found this Guess full zip sweater. These usually sell for around $20 for me. I don't know about the Guess brand in particular. I like a lot of mall brands, but there are a lot of mall brands that suck too, and I don't usually deal with a lot of Guess product, but this one was in really good shape. It was $1, maybe. Might even ship first class. I don't know. Let's see exactly how much I paid. If you didn't know, the bins, if you go to the Goodwill outlet, my Goodwill outlet anyway, everything is 99 cents a pound. Yeah, 15.2 ounces, so just under $1 paid. I'm guessing that we get about 20 bucks for that. And maybe less because it's Guess. Even if I put that kind of in the gym clothes category. You know, I mean, when you're talking about like suits and blazers and really nice dress shirts and women's clothes, I've found that that's where you run into the people, like you get more returns because people are unhappy, like they find a little spot or they it doesn't fit them right or whatever. But like casual clothes, especially casual men's clothes, you know, jeans, sweaters, t-shirts, they just don't, I've never really had returns on that. And I sell quite a bit of men's clothes, and most of it's casual stuff. So you can go for a lower price point and not worry about spending all the time doing it. And I mean, I can list, if I'm doing clothes, on average about 5 listings an hour from start to finish. I'm talking get the product out, set up my photos, take pictures, take measurements, come back, sit down, do all the research, figure out what it's worth, and get it listed. And if I'm averaging $20 per item, that's 5 items per hour. That's $100 in sales. And you figure it's about lost my train of thought. Okay, so you figure like between fees and shipping and everything, because I'm talking shipped prices. I do everything with free shipping now. Sometimes I'll add shipping to certain items. Just like if it gets to the point where, all right, I've had this shirt for 3 months, it still hasn't sold, I'm going to sell it for $9.95. Then I'll change it to, I'll put shipping on it or start charging shipping on it, so that if I do a sale for 30% off, it doesn't end up selling for less than the price of the shipping. But if it's something that'll probably go first class or that'll fit in a flat rate mailer, my kind of safe spot for free shipping is $15. But then it'll end up costing me about half of what I sold it for, and it really didn't cost me more than $1 to begin with, because most of the stuff is coming from the bins. So when you have $1 up front and not a whole lot of time in it, and you list then you can get less money for the product, and it's not that big of a deal. But I mean, even at 5 listings an hour, if I put in a solid like 6 or 8 hours, that's a lot of listings at the end of the day. I mean, I could put up easily $500 or $600 in auction or listings in a day, and then 30% sell through, still sell $250 out of those, and walk away with 125. That's a little more than what most people make per hour. And then meanwhile, got a full-time job, and so it's just extra money for me. And then every once in a while, you get those crazy things like that Robert Graham shirt that I sold last week for $195 that I paid $5 for. Those are what I live for. That's why I still do that, or do this business, because I still find that stuff all the time. But you've got to do all the little small crap to keep yourself going, so that you keep finding those big scores. Do you wrap the zipper pull when you ship something like that so it doesn't snag? That's what Danica just asked me. No. I'm pretty lazy, but I'm also very careful. Like if I was going to ship this thing here, I would fold it kind of like they do at the store. But, you get to this point, and then I would just fold it in half again. I would make sure that the zipper is on top. Fold it in half again. Now you've got a nice tight little package. I could put this in a poly mailer, and if it's less than $20, I mean, it can't get wrinkled, it can't get screwed up, unless somebody like a post office guy just drops it in a puddle or snags it so hard on the side of a car that it rips through the package and snags the shirt too. Then it's going to be fine in a poly bag. And the poly bag with the weight on this, it'll probably ship first class. But as you can see, I mean, the zipper's in a pretty safe spot where it's not going to snag. So found this Chicago Bulls shirt, official NBA, licensed. Let's see. The brand is Competitor. But Chicago Bulls, they were my favorite team growing up. I was from Illinois. I grew up during the years of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and, Dennis Rodman, all those guys. Actually, by the time Dennis Rodman came around, I think they were starting to go downhill a little bit. but that's okay. They still had, how many years in a row did they win championships, like back to back for 5 years or something like that? Something insane. Next thing I found was this full or long sleeve button down North Face shirt. I can't tell if it's a little faded or if this is how the fabric was originally supposed to be, but it's in great shape. All the buttons are there. No rips, stains, or tears. Beautiful shirt. Very, I mean, you can see like the little details. This kind of stuff is why North Face sells and why it sells for a lot. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this shirt would sell for $30. North Face, Patagonia. There's a couple of those outdoor brands that make really nice shirts or really nice casual clothes that just sells great. But let's look it up real quick because I'm guessing that this is probably like $100 shirt originally. Let's see here. North Face long sleeve shirt. Let's start there. And I was wrong. Let's go highest to lowest because there's 1,000 listings there. And we're probably going to see some lots first. Maybe not, or brand new. So we don't care about the new shirts. This one's obviously used. But you can see there, those went for $30 a pop, $45 a pop for those. And here's what I'm talking about when I say that lotting up is really good. I mean, if you're buying a bunch of these, if you find a bunch of these, which a lot of times, even at the bins, you'll find a bunch of the same brands in the same bin because somebody just donated a bunch of stuff, threw it in there, and they just managed to stay together. And you pull those out and you get 3 or 4 shirts of the same brand, and you might sell them for a little bit less than you would individually, but the fact that you only charge or have to pay shipping on one of those things, and plus there's more of them, so you can sell them for a little less and get the same amount of profit. I just like to bulk stuff up. It saves time, makes it easier. So this guy here, pretty similar shirt. Actually, I think it's the same series. But you can kind of see behind the collar there, it looks like it's got that netting. This one too. Yeah, so maybe I was right. Maybe I will get 25 or $30 for this shirt. There's another similar one. Similar one, same shirt. Yep. So yeah, I think I'll get 25 or 30. This is a good shirt. Not bad for $1. Oh, I found this one and I had to laugh. So Danica said she's back to doing eBay again because Amazon sucks. I'm still doing both a little bit. I was starting to lose faith in Amazon, and then I started I'd gotten to the point where, I mean, my sales are down to like $300, $400 a month maybe, but I'm doing like one shipment every 3 months at the most. Just not really caring about Amazon. I don't really like. It's just such a pain to sell a bunch of one-offs on there. It's a little easier and quicker to list merchant fulfilled stuff. Like I'll sell merchant fulfilled video games every once in a while. Like I've got this little pile here of like 10 games that they just sell better on Amazon, and I don't have to worry about taking the pictures and doing the listing and everything. If I do it there, I just scan the barcode, put in the price, put in the SKU, merchant fulfilled, good to go. But I do still sell some games on eBay because I take good pictures, and my video game pictures I think stand out a lot. And I know what people are looking for. I know how to describe them, so I tend to get top dollar for all my games, like a lot close to what I would have gotten on FBA sometimes. Found this. I am in full support of this shirt. Daughters against dads dating. I I bought this, had to get it. Almost tempted to keep it, but probably not. That's going a little too far. I've got enough stuff that, or enough of those kind of shirts that I don't need another one. Oh, I forgot I grabbed this. It's a Marvel Comics t-shirt. But, you know, when you're at the bins, these t-shirts, these graphic tees, this time of year I can take these into consignment shops and they'll snap them up all day. They'll give me like $5 for them. And if I pay a quarter a piece and they only take 2 out of the 10 that I bring them, it's still $10. Yeah. So they're about a quarter a piece at the bins. And if they just take a couple of them, I'm fine with that. This is an XXL Oakley Apparel shirt. I don't know if this is going to sell. I just grabbed it because it says Oakley on it. And usually there aren't very many brands that I buy. I'll do like Harley Davidson or whatever that are trying. But those brands that are kind of trying to market themselves on the front of their shirt, I don't know. But Oakley's big enough, I think, that it'll be worth a shot. And it's a good size. XXL is excellent. Found this Disney Store shirt. Love this. I'm on a seafood diet. I see food, I eat it. It's pretty old. Little saying there. Old joke, but somebody will buy that. And, I mean, this will... I think I'll try this at a consignment shop first just to see if they take it. But I've noticed that, like, a lot of the little kid stuff and, like, the Disney type stuff, they don't deal with as much. Like, a lot of the consignment shops that I deal with are more higher end or like hipsterish, you know, like the cool leather jackets and, you know, basically cool stuff. That's not the kind of thing that a cool person would wear, I guess. So we'll see. But I think just because it's Disney Store, I bet it'd still be a good $15 on eBay. Here's the last thing that I found now. I got this yesterday. At the bins. I think I probably paid $4 or $5 for it. But it's a nativity scene. And as you can see, pretty good size. These bigger, all porcelain, vintage nativity scenes. I know I've seen them sell pretty well, especially when it still has the box and everything. People love that. They can put it away and, you know, store it easier and all that. I'll bet I get $80 to $100 for this. And I don't think I have to wait till Christmas to sell it. So that's it, y'all. Not anything super exciting. Like I said, this is a pretty so-so haul, but still good money. I think I spent a total of about $50 this week picking. And maybe it was a little less than that, actually. I think I paid $18 at one Goodwill or one outlet. Then I went back again and paid $25 for the next haul. And then I went to a Goodwill and spent like $10. And I bought this keyboard and a few other little things. And, I mean, nothing standing out of my head. Oh, I did find one of these. I find these a lot. Well, pretty often. But they're IKEA shelves. They're like bottle holders or something. But when I've got 3 of them now because I usually wait until I get, 2 to 5 of them and put them all up in one big lot. And I'll pick these up when they're $1 or $2. And, I'll get them anywhere from garage sales to sometimes I'll find them in the bins and I'll find them at Goodwill's too. And they usually sit there until they go 99 cents, which is when I'll get them. And you get 3 or 4 of these and you can get $10 a piece for them and put them up in one big lot, put IKEA hack in the, description and people will buy them. And they sell pretty quick. So that's it. Hope you guys come around tomorrow morning. Not sure who's going to be on yet. I got to get a hold of everybody and see who's available. Danica, you're welcome to come. Love to talk to you again. Chad, if you're still here, come on, man. You want to come talk to me? I'll be doing it at, I got to do it at 8 o'clock my time. So that's 8 Mountain, It's like 9. You're still Midwest, right, Danica? So if you're Midwest, I think that's 9 o'clock your time. And sorry it's early, but it's the only time that I have to do it. And I want to do it. So if nobody else shows up, it's cool. I'll do it by myself. I ain't scared. But I really thank you for all the support, guys. Thanks for coming around. Thanks for saying what's up. Good to see Chad. Haven't heard from him in a while. And so, yeah, 9 o'clock Central Time. And yeah, we'll see you all in the morning. Don't forget to like the video if you could. Appreciate those thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, if you saw something that you're just like, I know what that is, please tell me if I wasn't sure. If I can, a couple of those things I wasn't real sure on. So if you know what it was and it was something that you can kind of tell me which way to go with it, then I would appreciate that. You can do that in the comments below. And yeah, subscribe. I'm going to be doing this every weekend now. I'm trying to do a haul video every Saturday and talk show every Sunday where I actually talk with some of the guys that I used to deal with. And, you know, if you want to come on the show, if you know somebody who might be a good person to come on, you know, somebody that makes a lot of these videos, that likes to go on the shows, likes to bounce around, that you see their face a lot or whatever, hit me up. You know, you can message me. You can message me here. You can message me on Facebook. Love to hear from you. Love to talk to you. You know, we'll do a hangout and see if be a good fit. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and Bitcoin.